Payload CMS 3.0 is out this week, and some of its new updates could really make a big difference for anyone building user-friendly apps and seeking some pretty innovative software solutions. Check out this video for a review of some of my favorite new features and improvements that are setting a new standard in content management. Hey everyone, this is Chris with Westside Technology Solutions, and it finally happened this week. Payload CMS 3.0 is here, and it's super exciting. The latest version represents a significant step forward, offering exciting features that really enhance both the developer experience and the end user interface. Today, I'm talking about some of the standout elements that make Payload 3.0 a must-know for anyone in the content management sphere. So one of the standout features, definitely my favorite feature of the update, is its native integration with Next.js. That's right, this is the first CMS that installs directly into any Next.js app. This makes for a smoother development process as you can develop and deploy your front-end and back-end in unison. Imagine working without the hassle of switching between different environments. It really does make your workflow much more efficient. With this new update, Payload CMS now installs natively. That means both the admin panel and the full backend are now integrated right into your app folder, making setup much simpler and efficient. So why is this important? Well, this integration significantly reduces technical complexity and effort. I actually once did integrate Next.js with Payload CMS 2, and it was much more involved. Being that I'd really like to continue using Next.js for my sites and applications, I'm really excited to see how easy this is. I'd make a video on it, but it really is just a one-line installation. And while Payload CMS is now fully integrated with Next.js, it doesn't stop there. It can also obviously be used with other frameworks like Astro, SvelteKit, Remix, React Native, and more. This means you can take your projects wherever you want them to go without being tied to a single environment. So if you'd used Payload 2 before, you know that another important feature in Payload CMS 3.0 is the stability of the Postgres and lexical integrations. If you've been following along, you'll remember that these functionalities were in the works during the 2 release. Well, now they're fully stable, and this is significant for Payload CMS. And one more thing to get excited about, Payload CMS 3.0 now offers SQLite as an additional database option. This addition greatly enhances flexibility for users, allowing developers to choose the database that best fits their particular use case. Another great feature is the simplified exports pattern. I haven't gotten around to trying this out just yet, but being able to use types and components that come with Payload this easily is a great new feature, especially if you're like me and prefer to build with TypeScript. Everything is also converted to ESM, which is more modern. It's great. I love to see this because previously, to integrate Payload CMS with Next.js and Tailwind, you had to actually convert some of these files to ESM yourself to get everything working properly. It's honestly so much less headache and so much easier to use, meaning I can focus more on the goals of the project. And because of the nice new native Next.js integration, using the local API in Payload CMS is easier, more useful, and more powerful. Local API allows you to interact with your database directly from your server components and server functions, cutting out any server latency or network speed issues. This means that when you're querying or mutating data in Payload, you don't have to do it via an HTTP request, making your application more efficient because you don't have to worry about those latency issues. So to better explain, for server components and server functions in Next.js, server components are those pieces of your app that render on the server, while server functions are your backend logic that runs in response to requests. These components utilize the local API to handle all of your data operations very easily. This integration is super efficient and convenient because everything happens on the server, making data retrieval and manipulation significantly faster. There's definitely a few other couple small things here that are worth mentioning. The join feature in Payload CMS 3.0 is really nice for more complex database architectures. It allows you to create relationships between different data entities much more easily, making your data structure organized and interconnected. This operates at the database level, which means data retrieval and manipulation are super efficient. This is crucial for any application where speed and performance matter, such as e-commerce platforms or content management systems. Also, the Jobs Queue feature in Payload CMS 3.0 is great for managing tasks efficiently, which allows you to defer tasks separately from the main API. This means you can ensure that all your critical operations run smoothly without hindering the primary application flow. You can also schedule tasks to run at specific times or intervals, making sure everything happens just when you need it. This is incredibly useful for time-sensitive operations that can be scheduled outside of peak usage. Also, you can even create workflows that consist of basically multiple tasks running in a specific order. This feature is perfect for managing complex operations, as it lets you specify how tasks depend on each other, turning what could be a chaotic process into a streamlined, smooth operation. Live Preview was also introduced in Payload 2.0, but Live Preview for server components was not actually supported, surprisingly. Being that Next.js's appeal is server-rendered components, this pretty much had to change, and it did. You can now use server components across your whole front end, and they're Live Preview supported. I can't wait to check this out. So there you have it. These are some of my favorite Payload CMS 3.0 features. I'm so excited this is finally out, especially for the Next.js integration. I can't wait to build more and more with Payload and make use of these awesome new features. And don't forget, at Westside Tech Solutions, I work really hard to provide personalized attention and tailored solutions that truly reflect your unique business requirements. If you're ready to capitalize on some of these new Payload CMS 3.0 features, I invite you to reach out. Let's discuss how we can collaborate to create meaningful solutions that drive results to your business. Reach out today and let's start building. Thanks so much for tuning in. If there's any other Payload content you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, have a great day.